Hey everybody, this is Rex Bear, Editor-in-Chief for Leak Project. Today's podcast, we had the opportunity to speak with a gentleman by the name of Ward. Ward reached out to me several weeks ago here on the Leak Project with an email with claims that he has video footage of extraterrestrials. So I went to his channel, I watched the videos, and although the footage is not very clear, it's very thought-provoking and compelling. One of the videos that he filmed was in his bedroom underneath the door because he felt this really negative presence in the other room. It spooked him out. So he closed the door and he started to record underneath the door, and he picked up what clearly looks like a giant green eyeball. So I asked Ward if he had any pets, any dogs, cats, 6-foot iguanas running around. He says no. So certainly very interesting footage there, folks. And then later in the podcast, we're going to show you video footage of what looks like this alien robot manifesting at the end of his bed. Then after that, I'm going to show you video footage of what clearly looks like a shadow being manifest right in front of your eyes. So there's some really interesting video footage here, folks. I'd like to get your opinions on what you think it might be, and we'll talk to you soon. But what I find remarkable about these two videos that we're going to be discussing tonight, Ward, is the first one we're going to talk about, and you're going to walk us through, is where you can clearly see this eyeball looking under the door. You've got a recording of it, and when I first saw it, I was thinking to myself, this is too good to be true. It looks so real that it's almost like, wow, is this just special effects? Is this some type of dog that's painted green and they've changed the video on it or whatever? But if you would, please, Ward, tell us a little bit about yourself and what got you into starting to record these things.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm 53 years old. I grew up in New Jersey. In '99, I came down here to Florida, and there was a lot of things going on in my life around 2012. My father had died, and I lost my job. All this stuff, and I was going through a lot of stuff, but it seemed like reality wasn't the same as my reality before. Like, strange things were happening around me, and I thought I was going crazy. So to prove to myself, I started recording to see if I could prove that some of the things I saw going on were real, or maybe I really was going crazy. And unfortunately, most of the stuff I tried to record didn't come out for me. So I thought I was going crazy. I really did. But then one day I was perusing my gallery on my cell phone, and I saw this thumbnail that I didn't recognize, and I played it, and that was the alien robot video that I have, and that's when I started to find, and then when I saw that, I realized, yes, that I'm being visited. That's why things are strange around me. I'm not going crazy. So,
well, how would you explain you started to feel strange and things just weren't the same after you lost your father?
Yeah, it was not just that. It was like all these things were happening, and it was like um, I would hear people talking in my room, or I would hear my mother or my daughter say stuff and they didn't say it, and then stuff started, like poltergeist stuff started happening, like with a flashlight that was on the nightstand in my room used to fall off every single night and just smash to the floor, um, for no reason, and little things like that. And I was like, I all my life I never heard voices or anything, so I was like wondering, why is all this stuff happening to me, you know? So I mean, and but
Did you ever ask, I sorry to interrupt, Ward, but
uh-huh.
you said you used to hear your mom and your daughter talking to you when they weren't there.
No,
Did
no, 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 no. Well, they would say something, and then when I talk about it later on, they'd say, no, I never said that. But actually, that's what these aliens can do. They can take over somebody and actually use them to talk to me. There have been times where they've said, like my mother asked me about she told me that she's reading this book about these aliens that were told to keep track of time, and they found out that they were off by like months or something. And she said, "Isn't that awful?" I said, "Well, yeah." She said, "What?" I said, "Well, just readjust it. Just fix it to the right time now." She said, "Oh, okay." And I asked her about it later. She goes, "I'm not reading that kind of book. I don't read those kind of books." I mean, eh, strange stuff like this. And
Now, when you started to experience just this real weird phenomenon, like thinking you're talking to your mom or your daughter, and then they tell you that they didn't say that kind of stuff,
right,
is that when you started to record things, or I mean, were you
right,
doing it before that?
exactly. Yes,
Okay.
yes. And but like I said, I didn't really catch anything, but I had it in my head that I'm trying to record all this stuff. Also, I forgot to mention that when it also at certain times the lights would give off, instead of a white glow, they would give off a reddish orangish glow, and I always wondered why that was happening. Now I did catch that on video a bunch of times, how they were giving off a different kind of glow. um, so that was one thing I did capture. But after I captured that, the alien robot video, I had found two other videos that I saw that I didn't recognize either. And then one contained a shadow being, and the other one was me entering my bedroom and me falling. Looks like me falling to the ground. Instead of me falling onto the ground, I fell under my sheets under my bed. No transition from the door to the bed. Just all of a sudden, I'm at the door of my bedroom, then underneath the sheets, like they transported me right to under my sheets. But
Okay.
the shadow being video and the alien robot video, I was able to make copies of. And but that last one where they transported me, uh, they took all my videos back except for like some shitty videos that I had made, and they had taken all of them back. Even the alien robot video, the shadow being video, all those videos were taken back from me when I tried to upload them to YouTube. I don't know how they did it. I mean, it was just like in a blink of an eye, they were just gone.
So I did see that one video of the shadow being that manifested in that
Right,
mirror. Do you
right.
not
Now
have that video
that's
anymore?
yeah, I have it.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a mirror. That's a door.
What?
That's a door there. There's no mirror.
Okay. We
Yeah,
yeah, we got to watch that video again then. Maybe you can show that to us as well, because I watched it and it looked like it was a mirror. I thought it was a mirror that shadow being manifested in. If you're saying it was a door, that makes it
yeah, it's
even
a
more
door.
phenomenal.
Right. Yeah. There's no. Yes. I had somebody else tell me the same exact thing. They thought he said, "Oh, you think that thing in a mirror?" And I said, "No, there's no mirror in there. That's a door going into my daughter's bedroom."
When was the last time you felt as if there was a extraterrestrial or poltergeist presence around you?
Well, definitely in July. That was when I caught this eyeball thing. Um, they seem to come. They seem to have slowed down in these last few months. I don't know. I've been trying to catch them. Just I thought I caught something just this last week, and I saw the top of some kind of alien. It looked like it had you ever see the hedgehog?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not the real one, the cartoon one. The
Sonic?
type. Yeah, where he has that, like, the top of his head looks like a saw blade, sort of like.
Sure.
Yeah, well, that's the kind of top of a head that I had in the video. I could see it. The top of the head looked like the Sonic the Hedgehog kind of head. Um, and so I downloaded it to my computer, and I can't find it again. I don't know. I have to maybe go through my cell phone again, see if I can find it. Maybe it didn't download for some regular reason, not a mysterious reason. But I have to find that again. That because that was it's pretty weird seeing that some kind of uh, top of somebody's head that looked like that.
Sure. Well, and we're on the video right now. If you look at the screen, it
Right.
shows you can see like a door and some tile and a wall there.
Right.
If you would, Ward, if you walk us through this scenario, and if you could use your mouse cursor as well to kind of point things out and such as, yeah, there it is.
Okay.
That'd be great. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the floor.
Okay. Well, as this starts, there it goes. Yeah, this is my bedroom in here, and this is underneath the door. It's about 2 inches right there. Now I felt that they were out in my living room, but I was too scared to go look. And this is what I caught. Them an eyeball looking back at me. Now I don't. For some reason, I did not look at the video right then to see if
There it
something was
is.
looking back at me. I just looked for hours, right? Yeah, there's an eyeball. If you look
Wow.
really close, I could see like a membrane go over the eye. Just then, it just happened. Every once in a while, I could see like a tiny membrane going over the eye. I don't know if anybody else can catch it, but I see it. Um, yeah, I don't know why I didn't look at it. Maybe they didn't want me to look at it because they knew I'd be freaked out by it. Because like I did not want to go out there because I felt that they were out there, and I think it read my mind and decided to show me, yeah, we are out there, and you were right, and we are around.
Sure.
But that's as far as the noises on this thing, I don't know. The clicks seem to be coming from my cell phone. I don't know why it was clicking though. It's never clicked again. I don't know where those clicks were coming from. Somebody thought I was maybe knocking on the door, but no, it's actually coming from my cell phone. You hear the clicks I'm talking about?
Yeah, I thought that was coming from you while you were discussing this with us.
No, no, that's on the video. And
There's
yeah,
the
you
eye
see it.
again.
Yeah, and you see how green it is too. It's unbelievable. I still can't imagine what kind of being this looks like. You only see the eyeball, so I have no idea. This is the end of the video where it just goes up to my hand. That's it. That's basically it. So yeah, I just caught that in July. A lot
Can
happened
we
in July during
can
that week. Sure.
can we
Go ahead.
rewind it back to the eyeball and just pause it there, and you can put your cursor around it a little bit?
Okay. Let's see.
Because that definitely looks like an eye. And one of the questions I asked you, Ward, before the show was, do you have any dogs? Do you have any cats? Do
All
you have
right.
any, iguanas walking around?
No, no pets whatsoever. Yeah, there's the eyeball. I don't know what kind of eyeball it is, too. It looks strange. It has like a slit instead of for a white slit going down it, doesn't it? Like right here.
Well, and it looks so green. And, as I told
Yeah.
you before, I've got a friend that has no reason to lie to me. The guy's got, all the money in the world. It's not like he's trying to put on a show or anything like that. And he told me an experience that he had in Mexico when he has loss of time. He remembers these green men or these green
Uh-huh.
beings doing experiments on him. I'm wondering if those are the same beings that we're looking at here in this video, or if this could
Good.
be some type of mantid alien, some mantis reptilian. I don't know.
I don't know. But, I was just thinking about this the other day. When you watch the cartoons from like the 60s and the 70s, they talk about little green men. This is way before, the UFO people were talking about. And, where
The
did they get
grays.
that from? Yeah. And where did they get this little green men kind of stuff in the cartoons, So evidently somebody had seen something because why would they be talking about little, even when I was growing up, oh, they always say, oh, you were drunk. Oh, you must have been seeing those little green men or something like that. They're always talking about the little green men. And evidently it must have come from somebody who actually had seen it because why would they say that? You understand what I'm trying to say? There's no reason for them to call them little green men. It could have been large blue men, whatever. But
Sure.
they called them little green men back then. And in videos like Bugs Bunny, like the aliens and on Flintstones, they were little green men.
Yeah, who was the Martian guy?
Yeah, I can't think of his name. Yeah, but he was a
Yeah,
little green guy.
exactly. He was a green
Same,
dude.
yeah, and same thing with Bugs Bunny. He had some aliens, and they were little green men. So evidently, somebody had gotten, they had taken that from somebody's experience.
So we looked at this video here of clearly you can see some eyeball. What type of eyeball it is, I have no idea. But then you've also got some other videos that seem very peculiar, and I was hoping you could
Right.
show us the next one that has done, certainly boggled my mind, and that's the alien robot video that you have.
Okay. Do you want to see the YouTube one?
I'd prefer to see the higher resolution one that you have. If not, though,
Okay.
yeah, let's watch the YouTube one, whichever one's fine.
It'd be easier probably to get the YouTube one up because
Sure, pull it up. That's fine.
all right.
So, folks, right now, the next video we're going to be looking at is when I think you were asleep during this time, weren't you?
Yeah,
And
no, I have no memory of recording this at all.
so you don't even have any memory of it. You just, because when you watch the video, at the end of the video, it looks like somebody's getting up off the bed.
Yes, I get off the bed, and actually,
Here we
I'll
go.
stop it right there.
Okay.
Yes, I get off the bed, and the rest of the video shows me just walking around my room. Uh, yeah,
Describe this right now. Like, what is
this,
this weird? Is that a sheet?
that I know that's some stuff on my bed that shouldn't be there. I don't know what's in the middle. Let me forward a little. You might be seeing it a little better. All right. Just then, there was a creature that just walked by the video screen from right to left, and this guy just walked from right to left. This is the back of my bed. Well, my mother's bed. And there's right here should be a headboard connected here. I should not be able, and there's also a wall here. And so nobody should be able to stand back here and take this video. So they made the headboard from the bed disappear and the wall. Right now, and see this is the doorway to the bedroom. So that's what you're seeing here. So this thing is tilted right now.
Okay.
If it was to be straight. So, and that little thing is the post at the end of the bed. So you can see that. So I'll go a little bit further. Let's see if you can see. Unfortunately, I didn't have any choice in how this got recorded. This is recorded off an old phone, 2009. So yeah, this thing, I don't know what is this coming off the bed. To me, right here, it looks like that eye that looked underneath the door, but not green. I don't know. It's just like, and this looks like some kind of arm or something. I don't know what that is either. That shouldn't be there. I do have a video of the bedroom exactly how it was in this video, but during daylight, so you could take a look at the bedroom as it should be during the daylight, so you can compare.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and here's again. This thing on the center of the bed. It looks like it has like ribs. It looks like it has like a little kind of head or something. I don't know what the hell this is on the center of my bed. Also, I forgot to mention that all the light that's coming in here is coming from the TV. It's not coming from light source. This light source is a TV. So that's one of the other reasons why everything is not as clear as it should be. And I'll go a little further. And you can see, look, it looks like some kind of ribs are going down this thing. Now, this looks like, these are sheets and stuff, but like right now it looks like this is some kind of thing that has like eyeballs sticking out on pegs. It seemed to have changed. I don't know. Every time I watch this, I just get more confused. All right, and now we're back at a wall somewhere. Actually, this should be the garage, and now all of a sudden you're going to see, all right, this creature. It looks like it has like a shellac on it, similar to the shellac I saw on the Apollo 20 Mona Lisa video. So I'm thinking maybe not all of that was faked. Maybe possibly that Mona Lisa is a real thing. I don't know. It seemed to have the same kind of shellac, and this seems to be like a fork kind of thing. I thought it was just an alien, a pea pod kind of thing, but it seems more like a fork. There's an open end here, and as I get more close to it, if you look at this video on a smaller screen, you'll be able to see a little bit more detail. Like right here are little legs, and there's legs, and here's an ear, and here it seems like to be a nose and a mouth, and here's eyes. I get a little closer yet. So there's the eyes, there's an ear, there's a mouth, and it seems like it has like little paws as legs and stuff. I don't know what the hell that thing's doing there. It shouldn't be there. It's very shiny though. It seems like it has, and to me it seems like it's a suspended animation. Okay, now again, I don't know what's happening with the camera, but that's all of a sudden you see that. I'm going to stop it at 39 seconds.
So right now there's the door. I can see the door to the left. And then there's your TV.
Okay, and you can look. There is no robot at the end of this right here. To me, I think he's coming off the floor right now. I think that's his head, and that's the rest of him, and he's going to pop up there in the next second. Did you see something come off the floor just then?
Well, it moved too quick.
Yeah, it really does. It moves very fast. And now all of a sudden you see it's there. Whatever.
It's like it's got its arms crossed,
right.
like it's holding its hands.
There's the one arm, and here's the head. Now that all of a sudden it just popped up there. You can see that it's got the head doesn't seem to have any kind of face on it. And I have another video where it actually gives a better close up of it. It's called the Alien Robot: A Different Perspective. Another guy that has some video expertise, was able to do some things, and you actually get to see more closer picture of this guy's face, and it does not have a face. And in a few seconds, you'll see that its head makes like moves, goes up and down, and then its arms, and it seems to jump on the bed. Oh, let it go. Yeah, somebody is actually fixing that camera, so that's right in view. See, now it just brought about its head. Did you see that?
Well,
No.
what does it do with its head? It moves it or
It,
something.
yeah, it bows its head just real quickly. Let's see. Well, I can go back far enough. But then it moves its arm just right there. It's hard to see. And now it seems to jump on the bed. Now, I've been told that people think that this thing is a blanket or something, but I believe it's the bottom of the robot, because the robot was not very tall. That robot was only maybe 3.5 feet tall, and I think it didn't have like regular kind of legs. You know, the rest of it seemed to be okay, but then you'll see me get off the bed almost at the same angle in a couple seconds. Now, because this thing is moving and it seems to be on my bed. I mean, why? All of a sudden it just appeared out of nowhere. Now all of a sudden it seems to change. Now all of a sudden you'll see that. I'm going to get off the bed. There I go. See, now all of a sudden you can see that doesn't look like my leg at all. That was there. Now, you know, I'm standing right here. Also, there's a mirror that's right next to this light coming from the TV. There's a mirror over here, and it's giving off a reflection. And at a certain point, you can actually see right through my body and see the reflection on the, you know, got to go a little further. You can see the reflection right through my body. And I can't explain that one either. All right. That's between my arm and my body right there. That's not the one I'm talking about. Where is it? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I missed. Maybe because that.
Well, you
Skype
just
thing
walked past it. I remember last time we spoke, it was a little bit after this part. So looks like you're walking around, kind of moving around. It's blocking some of the light. You looks like you just got up.
Right. I don't know. It didn't seem to. I think maybe I missed it on this one. But anyway, that's not really a big important part of that video anyway.
What I find incredible, Ward, is the just manifestation of what looks like a silver android.
Yeah.
On your bed.
Right. And that if I had found this video and there was a man at the end of the bed, I'd be freaking out and calling the cops. Seriously. But since it's a robot, who do I call? There's nobody to call. So I really believe they showed that to me to let me know I'm not going crazy. I really believe it because I really did thought I was going crazy. And they have given me other videos, and it seemed, but it's odd. Some of the evidence they let me keep, and some of the evidence they take back. Some of the evidence they take back right away. And so I don't know what's going on. Why are they showing me these things if they're going to take them back? They don't want anybody else to see them. But evidently they must know that I have this one. I mean, they seem to know everything. They could definitely read my mind, and they've told me things like, go outside now and stuff like that. So,
do you think that these beings or entities that are making contact with you, do you feel that it's more of a poltergeist scenario or an extraterrestrial presence?
Extraterrestrial. Oh yeah. I've also had like a letter that looked like it was written in my own handwriting talking about my future. They also showed me a daylight UFO, and there's also at my mom's for almost weekly. I could see this UFO that was just sitting there. It would just sit there for hours, hours. If it was a planet or if it was a helicopter or if it was anything else, it would move, but it didn't. It just stayed there. I'd call my mother out there, call my daughter out there, and they say, "Oh yeah, I see it." And I tried to take a video of it, but it was just for a cell phone. It's just too far away. All I could see.
What does it look like?
Well, from my point of view, it just looks like a star. It just looked like nothing. But when you look through the binoculars, it looked like revolving lights And so like from a distance, it just looked white. But when you looked at it through binoculars, it looked like lights, different color lights were revolving around something. And I used to see this. I haven't seen this in months now, though. Months. It's been a while, but I used to see it very often. Just sit up there, and like I said, for hours. And nothing else would sit up there for hours. And it wasn't on a pole or anything like that. There was nothing there. And actually, usually planes don't fly that way. But sometimes they seem to reroute planes and they do fly that way. But usually they don't fly that way. I guess on certain, I don't know how they routes work, but on most nights they don't fly in that direction. But I've also one night I saw black helicopters chasing a UFO right there. Um, the UFO was different that night. Uh, it looked like glowing metal, and it looked like it was about to drip. You know, something onto the ground, but it never did. And these black helicopters were right after it. Now, it seemed so surreal. Like I'm not even sure to this day if they didn't put that in my mind or I actually saw that. But it sure, I mean, I saw it. I saw these two black helicopters, no lights on, chasing this thing. So
What kind of stuff happens around your house? Do you ever notice, strange vehicles parked down the street?
yeah, all the time, all the time. I've had a lot of like in my condo. I came home and the screws on my air vents were screwed out, like they were just about to put it back in, and I got home too soon. And little strange things like that. Yeah, I feel like I have been being watched. Um, but nobody has ever come up to me and said, stop doing what you're doing or anything. My feeling is that the government knew that I was a contactee, and they're keeping an eye on me to find out what's going on. That's my thoughts on it.
Do you have Rh negative blood?
No, I do not. I just have positive. But I've heard things like they like the Native Americans. I have some Native American blood in me.
What about Irish blood?
Nope, I have Scottish and I have
Well,
German.
that's close enough.
I have German and I have English, and like I said, little Native American. And my father was in the Navy in World War II, and I'm even a distant relative of President McKinley. So take your pick on, because I've heard all different kinds of stories about why contactees are picked. Oh yeah, and my grandmother and grandfather were Masons too. So I mean, I got all these different things, and who knows why. But truthfully, I think that I have a feeling that this is some kind of new experiment with new kind of beings, because I did have a video of them, and they weren't like the beings that most people see. Um, the one video it looked like the hamsters in the Kia car commercial, but shrunk down to like 3 feet tall, very short white hair, thin though, not heavy like a hamster, thin like a thin being, with short white hair, but it did have the big black eyes, like wraparound eyes, just like the Greys do and everything else. So that was the same in that respect, but it seemed to be more like that kind of animal. And the other one was a tadpole kind of being, where it looked right into the camera and it was opening its mouth like it was trying to talk to me, like it was showing that it had consciousness and it was alive. And what do we know? Maybe that thing is the super intelligent being. Maybe those little tadpoles are controlling that robot. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like you see in like the Men in Black
Body
movies.
snatchers.
Yeah, well, where a little thing is controlling the whole body. Maybe they're like something like a parasite, or maybe they're a friendly host where they get into people's bodies, or maybe these aliens' bodies, and that's how they coexist together. Who knows? I don't know. It seemed to me that this little tadpole thing had intelligence, and I was really excited about this video because I said I finally got him clearly on this video. And of course, when I was about to go upload it onto the YouTube, it was gone, and I should have, I had become right at that point. I really had thought that they were just going to let me have it. I don't know why I thought that. but I should have known better. I should have right away made a copy of it. Anytime I have something like that now, I try to make a copy of it right away. And also, if I have stuff happening, I'll also write it down. If I have something strange happening, I'll write it down right away now because I never had expected to be telling people about any of this stuff. So like a lot of the stuff that happened in 2012 and stuff, I had no thoughts of even releasing any of this or doing anything with this or telling anybody. But then I started thinking about it. The world really does need to get to see this stuff. That these things do exist. Something's going on, and I don't know what is exactly going on, but people need to see that. And I apologize for the clarity, but I didn't have a choice in the making. If I had a choice, I would have put the lights on, told them to stand there, hey, wave at the camera. But I didn't have that kind of choice. I have no memory of it. And that's what happens on some of my videos. I have no memory. But like the one with the eyeball, I have perfect memory of that. I have.
Well,
Like I
and let me
said.
jump in for a minute, Ward, because I certainly applaud you for coming out here tonight here on the Leak Project and also on your own YouTube channel, putting yourself on the line, willing to put up with ridicule and trolls. And I can just imagine what some people are going to think after watching this video and listening to what you have to say. You're going to have probably, the skeptics out there that are going to go, wow, this guy's crazy. And then you're going to have people out there that are going to say, wow, I mean, look at that. That clearly looks like an eyeball, whether this guy
Right.
photoshopped it, whether this guy is trying to get some type of recognition or whatever. But I've had the opportunity to study neurolinguistic programming, body language, different types of voice recognition, such. And clearly what you're showing us here, it's you can't really see what it is, but at the same time, you can tell it's not something that would normally be there. So you can see, and that one eyeball video, I mean, that definitely
That's
looks
clear.
like a giant eyeball.
Yeah, it
So,
does.
and I
And
think,
I'm
go ahead.
sorry. Go ahead.
No, please go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to say that not only am I willing to take a polygraph, but so is my mother and my daughter. So one person might be able to fool a polygraph, but not three. My mother is 86 years old. My daughter's 22. They're not kids, and none of us are liars or hoaxers or anything. So I mean, I would love the opportunity to take a polygraph because that would just boost my claims because I am not lying. I mean, right now, I'm not getting anything out of this.
Right.
So I really have no reason. Why would I lie about this kind of stuff? I tell you, I've always been a true believer all my life, though. I've always believed, even though I never had these kind of things going on, I've always believed because of the preponderance of evidence. Just being a person who thinks you see all this evidence growing up. I'm 53 years old. So all the videos and all. Just put it all. Not that many people could be lying about this stuff. It just was impossible for me to think that all these people were lying about what they saw. So I've always believed, But I tell you now, there's definitely no doubt in my mind. It really was never a doubt in my mind before this. I knew the universe was way too big to be empty. It really was.
Hey, if we could please, Ward, why don't we jump on to that next video where there's that crazy shadow being that manifests in the doorway and it looks like some
Okay.
shadow in the mirror. That's an incredible video also.
Okay. Let's see.
So folks, this video right now that Ward is going to bring up, it shows a shadow being actually manifest in front of your eyes. I've watched this video several times, and as you heard me earlier, it's so clear that it looked like it was a shadow manifesting in a mirror, but Ward says this is actually a shadow that manifests in the doorway.
Right. And I'm going to shut the me talking on this video. I'll mute it. Right here, this is the same, but this is the door that you see in the eyeball video.
Okay, so the eyeball's looking under that door in the
Under
other
this
room.
door. Right.
Okay.
All right. But this is where the shadow being is going to pop up. Now, I've always heard that shadow beings don't appear during the day. Well, that's not true. This is broad daylight, as you can tell. And there's no other shadows being cast anywhere else, Also, this is my daughter's doorway right here going into her bedroom. And this thing right here is the handle to a vacuum cleaner that's right in front of it. So you can tell sort of the height. And there you can see, there's a head, arms.
Looks like a shadow of a person.
Right. And that's on a door. and there should be no reason that's happening. You know, there's no light
So
behind it.
that is
No
not
light.
a mirror.
That is not a mirror. My daughter doesn't have a mirror in the room right there. Her mirror is like way over here. This is a doorway. Yeah,
Wow.
I've heard a couple times that they thought this was a mirror. No, that's not a mirror. Um, and
Wow.
that's showing it in pretty much. There's also I have a couple more alien creatures that are coming up, and I show them at regular speed, and then I show them slowed down.
Can you click out that? Thank you.
Yeah. So this is the shadow being slowed down. You're going to see that this is going outside the door. I don't remember this video either. I found the video like the same week that I found the alien robot video. I don't know why they had me take a video of a shadow being, but this is another video that disappeared on me. Now you'll see that's the doorway, and all of a sudden it'll start to materialize just from the bottom up, and all of a sudden you'll see that it's got a head and just standing there. Now I've never seen a shadow being except for in this video. I've never seen one before, and so this is the only time that I've ever noticed a shadow being was in this video.
Well, I've been researching alien phenomenon now for almost 2 decades. I have several friends that are, contactees, abductees, etc. And someone in specific that I know that has been abducted multiple times that considers themselves a contactee has seen a shadow being follow them around, and they have confirmation of that because other people have seen the same thing when they're with them. So
Right.
that's quite peculiar. Yes.
Yeah. I've also heard. Yeah, I read some stories that Simon Parks said that he had shadow beings, and somebody else too talked about having some shadow beings around. So this is in my bedroom, and I do remember this video. Now I've had two people tell me that this is my arm that's going to go across here, right here. But you see, it starts to have like a pair of wings that I don't see how that could be my arm that's growing those pair of wings. Wait, let me go back a little. But then I've had two other people that were so excited about what the hell happened. Okay, it's gonna come up in a second. Yeah, I've had other people very excited about this video, so I don't know what to think. I mean, if it very well could have been my arm, but I don't think so. Um, to me, it seems like here's
Where's
a
your
head.
hand? If that's your arm, where's your hand?
You're right. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It seems like a head to me, and it seems like a body. And then see, like it seems like it's starting to form wings. Like it's got rounded up top. Like and to me, you see how round that is now? I mean, how could that be my arm? It seems so rounded. It seems like it's growing a pair of wings. I don't know. So that was taken in my bedroom, and I do remember that, and there was nothing in my view. And also the next video, which is a really good video, I remember taking, and there was nothing in that video either as far as me seeing it. But when I looked at the film, that's when these creatures came up, and my daughter ran. My daughter's bedroom's over here, and this is the front door. It's going to run from right to left, right in front of the camera, and it's got a really odd shape, and it's very dark. My daughter recreated this video by running herself, and it looks nothing like this creature. For one thing, couldn't get her dark like that. I don't understand why the creature is so dark, and it's going to be coming up. These are slowed down, so. But this thing moves so fast. My daughter could not run this fast. And it seems like, I just want to point out, there's no reason why this should all be black too. This should all be light. And all the rest of it. Oh yeah, I want to mention that these videos are taken from videos that are much longer. These are just the parts of the video that have anomalies. Like the alien robot video is 30 minutes long. I think this video about this creature is probably about 10 minutes long. The shadow being one was like, I think 15 minutes long. So I'm just taking out the parts that have anomalies, but most of these videos are a lot longer in length. Okay, it's going to be coming up any second. Any second now. Okay, it's starting here. Now, to me, it looks like it has like an anvil on top of its head. I don't know what the hell that's. See right here, It seems like it has an anvil or something, and it seems like it might have like two pointed ears here.
It's
I don't know.
Baphomet.
And it looks like it's carrying a Coke bottle. It looks like something like that, like a bottle of something. But look at it, looks like it has like a backpack to it. I mean, this is really a strange thing. This is not my daughter. My daughter does not look like that. Thank God. And there's no reason why I should be blacked out like that. And like I said, I remember taking this video, but that thing was not in it. It was just nothing there. It appeared on my video, and there's no reason all this should be black, even after this thing disappears. I mean, it's so fast. It still seems. And now this is starting to disappear too. You notice the blackness? As soon as it went by, this blackness is starting to disappear now too. See how brighter it got up here before it was all black? And that's basically the end of that.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, so I can't explain those either. So,
Now, you said the last time something happened to you was when? In July?
well, actually, well, the last time I got good video, um, was in July, and a lot happened that week. But in September, well, actually, I think September, like they showed me a daylight UFO, and also a piece of paper appeared in my ashtray next to my bed. Uh, that should it couldn't have gotten there anyway. I mean, I had just gotten up to go to the bathroom, came back, and there was this piece of paper. I don't know how it got there or why it was there. It didn't say anything on it or anything. It was just this little tiny piece of ripped up paper. But I know for a fact it was not there. So I don't know what kind of thing did that, or where it came from, and what is that even supposed to mean? So, but yeah, the last big stuff happened in July, where like I went to my backyard. They told me to go outside. I went to my backyard, and every single light in the city of Fort Myers was out. My light in my condo was the only one shining. There's no cars moving, no lights from the streets, nothing. I was the only light in the whole, as far as I could see, and that was really freaky. But like I was going to take a video of it, but what does that prove? Nothing. It just proves that lights are out. People would say, okay, well, there was a blackout, so you took a video of it. Big deal, you
Right.
know.
You know, it'd be
So
great is if you could get like a GoPro or some type of Sony action cam or a camera that could be set up next to your bed when you go to sleep, and it could have a higher resolution and pick up anything that it would find. So they even
right,
have motion sensor cameras, and you could probably get something on your laptop or personal PC to where if it picks up some type of motion or light, then it'll automatically start recording. And then maybe you could set it up to where not only would it record it, but it would automatically send that information to stream it somewhere else to back it up, so it would be two places at once. Because I mean,
right,
clearly there's some weird stuff going on around you,
yeah,
and that eyeball thing is incredible. The shadow being is certainly phenomenon, and the other anomaly is that robot looking thing that manifests on your bed. So
right,
I certainly appreciate you sharing that with us tonight. And
yeah, no problem.
what
Anytime, man.
what else do you think is gonna? What's the future for you, Ward? What do you got planned next?
Well, I hopefully I'm still trying to catch more things on my video. Maybe they'll let me. Maybe they'll let me. Because like they did. They've also showed done other crazy things. Like I had a video of myself walking down my mother's hallway here, and it looked like there were video screens on each side of me on the hallway. And when I got to the last one, I swear I saw my ex-wife preparing breakfast. My late wife, actually, I should say, not my ex-wife, my late wife preparing breakfast in the last like video screen, and that was really strange. So I was starting to think, well, maybe they were showing me scenes of my life, um, but that was taken immediate away. That was taken away that day. I don't have the video game, but I maybe they're gonna. I keep on hoping that they let me get the shot. Let me get the video that will actually. Well, it's not going to prove to everybody because no matter what you do, there's always going to be people out there that are going to say some stupid stuff like, it's all fake. This is no matter what you do. So, but I'm hoping I get something that's really convincing, but who knows? Maybe this is the end of it. I don't know, because like they don't give me any answers. Like I said, they in the one video they said, "Red light, you are the first one." What am I the first one of? I don't know. Like I said, well, I'm the first one they're going to kill when they come
No,
back.
you're the first one to get one of their eyeballs on YouTube.
Right. Well, actually, but they said that a long time ago. This was said back in 2012. They told me I was the first one. So this is a long before the eyeball, and a long time before a lot of the other stuff that I got. So I don't. I still don't know why. The only reason I could think that maybe they call me red laser because I had a red laser on my keychain, and I used to play around with it, all the time. And I still do every once in a while. I'll point it at things like, if I think a UFO's up there in the sky, I'll try, pointing it. I've never gotten anything that way. I've never gotten any kind of attention from my laser, but maybe that's why they call me red light. I don't know. I can't think of any other thing, that's my secret agent name,
It's your 007 code.
Yeah.
Right on, man.
But I just hope to catch more stuff, man. I just hope that I could be the one, because they have let me catch a lot of stuff so far, and but like I said, they take some stuff back, so we'll see. We'll just have to wait and see. Time will tell.
Right on. And closing out tonight, Ward, please give our listeners your YouTube channel, and that way if they want to check out your videos that you've showed us today or have an opportunity to see your new work, they can get on there.
Right. Yeah. The name of the channel is Ward. WARD is the first word. AlienVideo is the second word. So it's two words. Ward AlienVideo. And you should be able to find me. I don't know. Sometimes though, I went searching for it and it doesn't pop up. If you search enough, you'll probably find it though. Actually, if you look up alien eyeball, you'll probably definitely be able to find my channel because I think I'm the only alien eyeball in there.
It's a cool video, man. I appreciate everything you do, Ward. It seems like you've got some incredible anomalies around you. You're living in the X-Files.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, hopefully you'll get that video one day where you'll see one of those manted aliens just walking down the street or walking in your hallway, and they'll let you record it and
yeah, I hope so, man.
Share it with the world.
I have a feeling they think that nobody's ready for it yet. And that's why they're only letting me get glimpses myself. And that's why, the one videos that really, really show stuff, they don't let me keep very long. I don't know though, but I'm only guessing. Maybe it's not them taking it back. Maybe it's the government.
A very special thank you to our guest tonight. For all of you that had the opportunity to be here with us, if you enjoyed the show, follow us on YouTube, youtube.com/clandestine timelord for the most recent interviews, videos, and podcasts. Or you can check us out on the World Wide Web, www.leakproject.com. Would you like to be a guest on our show? If you have information that the world needs to see and hear, send us an email, guestbookings@leakproject.com. Thank you, everybody. This is Rex Bear with Leak Project. Stay safe and be the change you want to see. Good night. Hey everybody, this is Rex Bear, Editor-in-Chief for Leak Project. Today's podcast, we had the opportunity to speak with a gentleman by the name of Ward. Ward reached out to me several weeks ago here on the Leak Project with an email with claims that he has video footage of extraterrestrials. So I went to his channel, I watched the videos, and although the footage is not very clear, it's very thought-provoking and compelling. One of the videos that he filmed was in his bedroom underneath the door because he felt this really negative presence in the other room. It spooked him out. So he closed the door and he started to record underneath the door, and he picked up what clearly looks like a giant green eyeball. So I asked Ward if he had any pets, any dogs, cats, 6-foot iguanas running around. He says no. So certainly very interesting footage there, folks. And then later in the podcast, we're going to show you video footage of what looks like this alien robot manifesting at the end of his bed. Then after that, I'm going to show you video footage of what clearly looks like a shadow being manifest right in front of your eyes. So there's some really interesting video footage here, folks. I'd like to get your opinions on what you think it might be, and we'll talk to you soon. But what I find remarkable about these two videos that we're going to be discussing tonight, Ward, is the first one we're going to talk about, and you're going to walk us through, is where you can clearly see this eyeball looking under the door. You've got a recording of it, and when I first saw it, I was thinking to myself, this is too good to be true. It looks so real that I was like, wow, you know, I mean, is this just special effects? Is this some type of dog that's painted green and they've changed the video on it or whatever? But if you would, please, Ward, tell us a little bit about yourself and what got you into starting to record these things.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm 53 years old. I grew up in New Jersey. In '99, I came down here to Florida, and there was a lot of things going on in my life around 2012. My father had died, and I lost my job. All this stuff, and I was going through a lot of stuff, but it seemed like reality wasn't the same as my reality before. Strange things were happening around me, and I thought I was going crazy. So to prove to myself, I started recording to see if I could prove that some of the things I saw going on were real, or maybe I really was going crazy. And unfortunately, most of the stuff I tried to record didn't come out for me. So I thought I was going crazy. I really did. But then one day I was perusing my gallery on my cell phone, and I saw this thumbnail that I didn't recognize, and I played it, and that was the alien robot video that I have, and that's when I started to find, and then when I saw that, I realized, yes, that I'm being visited. That's why things are strange around me. I'm not going crazy. So,
well, how would you explain you started to feel strange and things just weren't the same after you lost your father?
Yeah, it was not just that. It was like all these things were happening, and it was like um, I would hear people talking in my room, or I would hear my mother or my daughter say stuff, and they didn't say it. And then stuff started, like poltergeist stuff started happening, like with a flashlight that was on the nightstand in my room used to fall off every single night and just smash to the floor, um, for no reason, and little things like that. And I was like, I all my life I never heard voices or anything, so I was like wondering, why is all this stuff happening to me, you know? So I mean, and but
Did you ever ask? I sorry to interrupt, Ward, but
uh-huh.
you said you used to hear your mom and your daughter talking to you when they weren't there.
No,
Did
no, 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 no. What they would say something, and then when I talk about it later on, they'd say, no, I never said that. But actually, that's what these aliens can do. They can take over somebody and actually use them to talk to me. There have been times where they've said, like my mother asked me she told me that she's reading this book about these aliens that were told to keep track of time, and they found out that they were off by like months or something. And she said, "Isn't that awful?" I said, "Well, yeah." She said, "But," I said, "Well, just readjust it. Just fix it to the right time now." She said, "Oh, okay." And I asked her about it later. She goes, "I'm not reading that kind of book. I don't read those kind of books." I mean, eh, strange stuff like this. And
Now, when you started to experience just this real weird phenomenon, like thinking you're talking to your mom or your daughter, and then they tell you that they didn't say that kind of stuff,
right,
is that when you started to record things, or I mean, were you
right,
doing it before
exactly.
that?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And but like I said, I didn't really catch anything, but I had it in my head that I'm trying to record all this stuff. Also, I forgot to mention that also at certain times the lights would give off, instead of a white glow, they would give off a reddish orangish glow, and I always wondered why that was happening. Now I did catch that on video a bunch of times, how they were giving off a different kind of glow. Um, so that was one thing I did capture. But after I captured that the alien robot video, I had found two other videos that I saw that I didn't recognize either. And then one contained a shadow being, and the other one was me entering my bedroom and me falling. Looks like me falling to the ground. Instead of me falling onto the ground, I fell under my sheets under my bed. No transition from the door to the bed. Just all of a sudden, I'm at the door of my bedroom, then underneath the sheets, like they transported me right to under my sheets. But
Okay.
the shadow being video and the alien robot video, I was able to make copies of. But that last one where they transported me, uh, they took all my videos back except for like some shitty videos that I had made, and they had taken all of them back, even the alien robot video, the shadow being video.